Hola, hola, hola. Hola. Hello, my friends. Hello. What are you guys up to today, man? What's everybody up to? Yeah, if you don't mind, she doesn't know I'm going live. I was supposed to be live earlier, and then I went off into that camp. ¿Cómo estás? Um, then I went off into that camp and back there and started talking to people, and the next thing you know, it's let's see here, and you know how it goes. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Buenos dias, amigos. Buenos dias. So, I figure, since I didn't go live this morning, man, I tell you, I went into this camp this morning, and I went in strictly to take video. I didn't have anything with me. I didn't even know there was anybody there. I thought this was an abandoned camp. I thought it was completely abandoned, so I didn't have anything with me, and I just had my camera, and there was this pile of clothes and things, just things. And I was taking pictures, and then the pile of clothes moved, like the pile of clothes moved a little bit, and I was like, holy shit, there is somebody under there, right? And of course, there was somebody under there. There was a dude that was laying under there. He was probably my age, and he was shivering. He was cold. His skin was blue. And I was like, dude, like, what the hell? And he was blue, like his skin was blue. And I don't know if it was just because of the cold or maybe that. Anyway, long story short, it scared me. I thought the guy was dying. And he said was too scared to build a fire, because obviously you build a fire and your whole camp burns down after that. So long story short, I got him some jackets and some blankets, and then there was more people there, and then there was more people there, and then there was more people there, and then people started coming out of the freaking woods, man. They were just coming from everywhere. Do y'all remember that day in that parking lot where I met the man that ended up dying? That elderly black man that I got the cot for. Do y'all remember when we pulled up there and I was talking to like two people, but within like a few minutes there was like 20 people around the car, and then there was like 30 people around the car? This happens all the time. Hang on, you pull up and it's like sharks. It's like blood in the water. You know what I mean? It's like the minute that they see that somebody is there with things, it's like everybody just comes out. And I had no clue all these people were there. There's probably 25 people in those woods, and they all came out. They were all cold, and they just came out of nowhere, man. It was intense. Yeah, that day was intense, and it was just as intense because I was alone in the woods. I had nothing but an expensive camera, and people were just coming out of the woodwork. And so I went back to the Dash Mobile. I got everything that I did, jackets, and I gave that stuff to them. And then I went down to, there was a Walmart down the street. I bought as many gloves and beanies that I could buy, and hand warmers that I could buy. I used all the rest of the money that Dash had. I used the rest of everything we had in our account and bought a bunch of stuff. And see, this is why I'm not cut out for this work, is because I will literally spend everything trying to help these folks. And like, I cannot stop myself. No like I have no way to say, okay, that's enough. We need gas for tomorrow. You know what I mean? it was so shocking to see that guy come out from under that pile of clothes that, I mean, I can't, I just, I was homeless. I was on the street, and I never lived that way. Like, I just can't imagine. So sad. Housing is a privilege and not a right. Yeah, you're right, right. It is. It's a privilege, not a right. No, we do not have look, we live in America, right? We work for what we've got. If you want to work hard, you can have things. If you want to, even people pay at McDonald's is right now. I'm looking at it on the window. $17 an hour. Starting pay at McDonald's. Chicken and egg scenario. How can people work if they don't have and see, that was okay, man. But Doug, I'm glad you brought that up. I am so glad you brought that up. Exactly. $17 an hour. I'm looking at it right here. Well, I'll show you on it. Anyway, $17 an hour. It's on their window. So check this out. The chicken and the egg scenario. So look, when I was on the street, that was my problem, right? I had marketable skills. I'm educated. I had marketable skills that I could use to get a job. I had a solid work history. But the problem is, when you're sleeping on the concrete, right? You have no way to take a shower in the morning. You have no way to keep your clothes clean. I had no way to charge a laptop, much less charge my phone. That hole, the deeper that hole is getting, and the deeper that hole is. Am I still lagging? Am I still lagging, you guys? I'm sorry if I'm lagging. I mean, the stats are pretty good. I mean, I'm streaming at 33,000 kilobits per second at 30 frames per second. So, yeah, Doug, you are 100% right, man. It is, you get in a hole and you can't get out of it. And, I found the secret weapon, right? Which was, I went and worked day labor. Some of the hardest jobs I've ever worked in my entire life was down at the Home Depot at 35 and Woodward. It paid good money, but $150 a day plus lunch. It paid good money, but it was some of the hardest work I've ever done in my life. We're talking there's manual labor, and there's manual labor that nobody else wants to do, that even the manual laborers do not want to do. You know what I mean? There's manual labor, and then there's manual labor that the manual laborers don't want to do. And the jobs that they pick you up for at the Home Depot is like the manual labor that nobody wants. So, yeah, I mean, my stats are dropping a little bit, I think. Yeah, I don't know why they're dropping that much. I mean, yeah. Get some. Killer Carla's on here. I do have a stutter, by the way. I do stutter. Sometimes it's worse than others, but I do stutter for sure. Killer Carla can tell you about my stutter. So since I've been doing TV a lot, I've gotten a lot better with my stutter, but I do stutter quite a bit. Killer Carla can tell you about my stutter that I had. But the problem is, y'all, I'm going to move because I think it's the location I'm in right now that's giving so much trouble. Let's go down the street. What do you guys think? Let's roll down the street a little bit. Let's see if we can find a better spot. Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna go down the street and see if we can find a better spot with better stats. It was wild. It was really, really wild. I wonder if I should take y'all in there to see that. Hmm. We'll go in there next time. I really respect the hustle of day laborers. Personally, I don't have the discipline or energy. I have to have work from home or a hybrid job. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, it was some of the hardest work I've ever done in my life, man. I mean, like, hardcore. No, this was not. Well, yes and no. It was down at the Slaughter Creek Greenbelt. I've been there once before. I was there one other time, and this was not too long ago. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to stay there for too long. I want to get in and out. I don't want to cause any trouble. I want to get in and get the video and get out. But today, I didn't think there was anybody there, and so I was doing an inventory. I always inventory these camps: human waste, poop buckets, needles, chemicals, propane, gasoline, if there's fire damage, and then I map the borders of the camp. And you can find those on the Nomadic AI website. You can find all of my research there. So I was spending a little bit more time than normal in that camp. And like I said, I guess I finally woke the dude up, and he came out from under the blankets, and then he heard me talking. We started talking about what I could do for him, and then I guess the word just kind of spread throughout that little area. And the next thing you know, like I said, I went to Walmart, bought, didn't have enough to cover everybody that was there. I know we're lagging. We're lagging. I know it. Just hang on one sec. We're gonna get to a place where we're not lagging. Doug, thanks for being on, man. Okay, hang on, guys. I know we're lagging. I get it. Hang on one sec. We're in an area that's better. I know we're lagging, so I apologize. Doug, thanks for being on, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Always good to talk to you, my dude. Always good to talk to you. I hear a fan. I don't know if it's my car. Okay, we're gonna stop right over here in the shade. We're gonna stop right here in the shade. Let's see here. We're gonna stop right here in the shade. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Hopefully everything's a little bit more stable now. I'm over here by the Leander City Hall. Actually, I'm back in Leander right now. So anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about now. What was I talking about? Anybody? Okay. All right. So anyway, long story short, today was one of those days. Oh yeah, Slaughter Creek. Yes, Slaughter Creek. So yeah, I was down at Slaughter Creek at the Slaughter Creek Greenbelt. That's where I was at. It's way down in far South Austin. It's down off South First and like Slaughter area. Yeah, I hear a fan. I was hearing a fan. I think it might have been my car. And anyway, there's a disc golf course down there. Y'all know those the like frisbee golf, the disc golf courses. There's a disc golf course down there, and the homeless people have just taken that whole area over. And the city's cleaned that area out once before. And the last time I hiked that, I started at South Park Meadows. You guys probably know where that's at, South Park Meadows. And then I hiked the creek, Onion Creek, all the way back towards Slaughter and through the Slaughter Creek Greenbelt. Yes, I think that's what it's called, butter cheeks, butterfly. I think that's what it's called. I'll check and make sure, but I think that's what it's called. There's a disc golf course back there. If you look on a map, find the disc golf course, that's where it's at. I can't remember the name of it, but I think you're right. Seawright sounds familiar. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Seawright. I think it's Seawright. Okay. Sorry for my dirty computer. Look at this. I have stickers that fall off my computer and then it leaves the glue on there. But this is the computer that has every bit of my research on it. I think that's right. I think that's right. Okay. Anyway, the city's got to do a better job at handling this. There's so many people, so few resources. It's just, I don't know. They're putting up the, hang on, let me see if I can show y'all this. They're putting up the Christmas tree here in Leander. What do y'all think about that? I love Christmas time. I do. I love Christmas time. And you know, it's like yesterday while we were out, yesterday morning during the stream yesterday morning where we saw those homeless men fighting there on the drag on West Campus. It's that kind of stuff, you know? It's like the streets are brutal. They're violent. You know, that poor guy, the bald guy, I don't think he was even doing anything and he got attacked. You know, I don't know. I mean, what's that? Am I on the satellite? No, not right now. I'm just on regular cell. I'm just on AT&T at the moment. I don't have the satellite running. I don't have the satellite running. I'm trying to save, I'm trying to keep from using too much data on the satellite. I'm trying to save it for more of, because I have an allotment of data that I can use. Oh, Saturday is what, were we out yesterday? We were out yesterday morning, weren't we? Or was it Saturday? Shit, I can't remember now. Was it yesterday morning or Saturday? I can't remember. Anyway, it was one of the days that we were out. I think it was yesterday we were out, yesterday morning. I can't remember though. But anyway, but no, what I was saying with the satellite, I have a certain allotment of data I can use over Starlink. It cost me a base price of $350 a month, right? I think it was yesterday. It cost me $350 a month just for the base price of Starlink high priority mobile, right? And then if I go over a certain gigabyte, then it charges me quite a bit more money. So my normal Starlink bill is close to $500 a month right now. Now you guys, y'all think about having that bill hanging over your head every month. Yeah, almost. Well, normally it's anywhere between 370 and 480, right around there. Welcome to Starlink. But anyway, so yeah, I'm trying not to use it as much unless I need to. Like if I'm in an area with good cell coverage, I'll just use my phone now. I think we were out yesterday. That fight was yesterday morning. I'm almost certain it was. But no, I missed the stream this morning. I apologize, guys. I did miss it. But we are, like I said, I got caught up in a homeless camp trying to help these folks. And you know what? I mean, if I'm in an area with pretty decent service, these streams actually run pretty well. These streams actually run pretty well with just my cell service. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. Anything you guys want to talk about? Killer Carla, Butter Cheeks, Get Some? Any of you guys? Anybody have questions for me? We could do a quick. Oh, speaking of that, the camp that I was in yesterday morning that I took you guys into live. Do y'all remember the burned part of the camp? Do y'all remember where it was just that whole area that it was just very burned and just it was bad? That was the part of the camp that the Austin Fire had posted about. That camp burned on November 3rd. So almost a month ago exactly. That was the camp that they posted about. And I didn't even realize it until this morning. So I reposted that video this morning. I totally forgot that they had posted about that. And when I posted about that back on November 3rd, funny enough, I had 3 people send me dirty, nasty messages out there for posting that. I don't know why they did it, and I don't know why people want to send me threats. I don't know. I don't know what it is that I'm doing, that's so bad for people to threaten me over, but it is what it is. I'm getting used to it now. Getting used to it. So coming up in a few weeks, I'm going to be going to spend a week in Dallas with Killer Carla. We're going to have a good time right week before Christmas. I'm going to take little Joe and we're going to go spend a week up there. Jeffrey probably is asleep, Killer Carla. Good old Jeffrey. Oh, man. I am sleepy. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a minute and talk to you guys and make up for this morning for not streaming. But after seeing all those people, it's like so many people need help. There's Jeffrey. There's Jeffrey. So many people need help. There's only so much help to go around. The resources are spread thin as it is, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it. There's probably not anything to do about it, really. I mean, like I was saying, I did an X stream a while ago talking about this, and as long as there are humans, there is free will, and we have free will, and as long as there's humans with free will, there's going to be homelessness. There's going to be, society has created the boundaries that we live within. when we get outside of those boundaries, that is not acceptable in the society that we have built, right? And we try to live within those boundaries, but at a certain point, some people decide they want to live outside of what is normal, and that's when you get people on the street. They decide they want to live in a way that is not normal, right? And as long as you have humans, as long as we have free will, you're going to have homelessness. You're going to have people that want to live on the street. And when these politicians, when the government, when the nonprofits try to tell you that it is homelessness is caused because things are unaffordable, that is complete bullshit. Now, maybe there are some people out there that are homeless because of that, but the vast majority, like 90% or more of people, are out here on the street because of drug, alcohol, and mental health issues. And until we start tackling those three things, drug, alcohol, mental health, it's never gonna get any better. It's so much worse, and it's getting worse every day. And that's what I was talking about a while ago on the extreme. It's like the city says we housed 200 people this year, but there's 10,000 people on the street, and there's even more going. There's more people on coming. There's more people becoming homeless than we are taking off the streets, right? So the problem is growing. 200 people in the scheme of things, it's nothing. What is it doing? You know, if I house 20 people this month, but 500 people become homeless this month, what are we really doing? You know what I mean? We're not even getting close. We're not even getting close. And we've got to start focusing on drug addiction, alcohol addiction, and mental health issues before we can even start tackling this. The retention rate of those 200, it's not good. I would say probably not even half of them, because I can take 20 people and move them into housing today, right? And we're using what's called the housing first model, meaning as long as I put a roof over somebody's head, boom, it's done. It's over, right? That is their measure of success, putting a roof over somebody's head. And what they don't tell you is within about 48 hours, half of those people are going to be right back out on the street because they're addicted to drugs. They're addicted to alcohol. And they cannot use drugs. They cannot drink inside of the shelters, inside of these homeless hotels where they're housing people. The retention rate is extremely low, and that is because they're not providing any services. Look, the Salvation Army, there is a big shelter down at Congress and Ben White. And at Congress and Ben White is one of the more successful rehabs in central South Texas. The money is there if they would fund the Salvation Army to start providing services. If you're going to go, so look, if we're going to provide you housing, you're going to earn it. You're going to prove that you're off of drugs. You're going to go through treatment. If you are not off of drugs, we're going to detox you and then put you through treatment, right? We're going to give you classes. We're going to give you the tools that you need to come off of drugs and alcohol. Until you start treating the symptoms of homelessness, you're never going to take a person successfully from the street and back into a productive member of society. It's never going to happen as long as they are addicted to drugs and alcohol. It doesn't matter if they became addicted to drugs before they went to the streets, or they became addicted to drugs after they went to the streets as a way to deal with the stresses and the absolute horrid conditions of the street. Yep, it's not even a Band-Aid. No, they can't. They can't. And that's why they end up right back on the street. That's why they end up back on the street. So, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is other than, what are they? There's that definition of insanity. What is that? It's the definition of an insanity. Of insanity is doing the same thing over and over while expecting the different result or something like that. Well, guess what? We have been doing that here for years now. We have been using the same model and the same rules, the same procedures to deal with homelessness for years now, and the problem has just only gotten worse year after year. So at a certain point, you would think these fucking idiots would realize that we've got to do something different. Maybe we should use that $500 million and try to put it into other programs. Maybe they should stop listening to the people that are supposed to be experts that are scared to walk into a homeless camp. You know what I mean? They're scared to walk into a homeless camp, but they're the ones that are supposed to be helping fix this issue. It's so stupid, man. It is so stupid. They don't care to fix it because they help themselves. It's lining their own pockets, man. It's lining their own pockets. All right, guys. Anyway, I am about to jump off here. It is 1:11. I am going to go clean the car up and get ready for tomorrow. Pick my son up. But I will see you guys first thing in the morning. We will do a stream in the morning. See, tomorrow's Tuesday. I have the news on Wednesday and Friday of this week. So, yeah, y'all can catch me on Fox this week, Wednesday and Friday. I was bumped this morning. It happens. But Wednesday morning, 7 o'clock, Fox and Friends. You guys can catch me there if you do have cable. If not, I'll try to post I'll get a copy of it and post it here. Yes, Jeffrey, have a good day. Buttercheeks, have a good day. Killer Carla, get some. All of you folks, have a great day. And like I said, catch me on Fox Wednesday morning at 7. And I'll see you guys then.